Welcome everyone. Today's video is not just another motivational talk. This is a wake-up call, a reminder, a message that can change your life. Today, we're not just talking about dreams. We're talking about what actually turns those dreams into reality. Consistency. Let me say this straight from the heart. Talent means nothing without consistency. I've seen brilliant people waste their potential because they never showed up. And I've seen completely average people build extraordinary lives just because they did one thing. They kept going. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the richest. You don't need perfect English, a perfect background, or perfect support. What you need is this. Choose one thing and work on it every single day. Because in the end, your life is built by what you do repeatedly. In this video, I'm going to break down the power of consistency from the ground up. I'll share real-life examples, powerful stories, and practical steps that anyone, even a beginner, can follow. This isn't fake motivation. This isn't sugar-coated. This is real. Because real change comes from real words. If you feel stuck, tired, or like your life isn't moving forward, this video is for you. Not to hype you up for 5 minutes, but to wake something up inside you. So let's talk about the one thing that can transform your entire life: consistency. And remember, on this channel, you don't just learn English. You learn how to live. You learn how to grow. Subscribe now and let's start this journey together. 1. What is consistency? Consistency means showing up again and again, even when you're tired, even when you're scared, even when no one is clapping for you. It's not about doing something huge once. It's about doing something small, every day, over and over. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present.
Think about learning English. You won't learn it in one day or 1 week. But if you speak 5 new sentences every day, watch one English video every day, read just a paragraph every day, what happens after 6 months? After a year, your mind starts thinking in English. Your tongue becomes confident. That's the power of consistency. Or imagine getting fit. If you go to the gym once, train for 3 hours, and then never go again, nothing changes. But if you walk 30 minutes a day, do 20 push-ups, eat just a little better, in 3 months, you'll feel different. In 6 months, people will notice. And in a year, you'll transform. Consistency is not magic, but the results feel like magic. 2. Why people fail without consistency. Let's be honest, most people don't fail because they're not smart. They fail because they lack discipline, patience, and consistency. Winners are not special. They are simply consistent. I know people who started with nothing. No money, no support, no confidence. But they chose one thing and kept showing up every day. Now they run businesses, inspire thousands, live their dream lives. Not because they were lucky, because they were consistent. Think about the bamboo tree. When you plant it, nothing happens for 5 years. You water it, care for it, wait. And then suddenly, in the 5th year, it grows 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Did it grow in 6 weeks? No, it grew over 5 years. Its roots were growing underground. Your life works the same way. You may not see results in the first few months, but if you stop, you kill your own growth. If you keep going, one day you rise. And when you rise fast. Never mistake slow growth for no growth. 3. Consistency builds self-respect. Consistency doesn't just build skills, it builds you. Every time you say, "I'll wake up early," and you do it, you build trust with yourself. Every time you say, "I'll practice today," and you follow through, you feel stronger, prouder, more confident. But every time you break your own word, you lose a little respect for yourself. You start thinking, "I can't stick to anything. I'm lazy. I'll never change." That is dangerous, because how you see yourself shapes how you live your life. But here's the good news. You can rebuild that trust. Start small. Read 1 page a day. Learn 3 new words a day. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Do it every single day. Soon your mind will say, "I'm not lazy. I'm a doer. I'm consistent. I'm powerful." And that changes everything. 4. Consistency is the bridge between dreams and reality. Dreams are beautiful, But dreams without action are just dreams. Everyone dreams of being rich, fluent, fit, respected. But not everyone is willing to walk across the bridge that leads there. That bridge is called consistency.
Without it, dreams stay in your head. With it, dreams turn into goals, goals turn into plans, and plans turn into reality. Think of J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. She was rejected by 12 publishers. She was broke, depressed, a single mother. But she kept writing every single day, and one day, her book was accepted. Now she's one of the most successful authors in history. What if she had quit? The world would have never known Harry Potter. That's what consistency does. It brings your hidden magic into the world. 5. Motivation will fail you. Consistency will save you. Here's the harsh truth. Motivation is a liar. When you feel motivated, everything feels easy. You wake up early, you get things done, you feel unstoppable. But what about tomorrow, when it rains, when you're tired, when life hits you? Motivation disappears. And that's where most people quit. But the ones who keep going, the ones who keep showing up even when it's hard,
Most people think, if I'm not feeling it, I can't do it. But winners know something powerful. You don't need motivation, you need consistency. Let me give you an example you'll never forget. Picture a mother with a newborn baby. She wakes up at 2 a.m. She feeds the baby, she holds the baby, she sings lullabies. She hasn't slept properly in days. She's exhausted. Now ask yourself, is she motivated every night? No. Is she inspired every time the baby cries? Of course not. But she still does it. Why? Because she has a deep reason. Because it's her responsibility. Because love and purpose are stronger than mood. That is real consistency. If you treat your dreams with the same love, the same seriousness, the same responsibility, you'll stop waiting for motivation and start showing up no matter what. Consistency is doing the right thing even when you don't feel like it. Winners don't depend on moods, they depend on discipline. 6. Small steps create massive results. Here's where most people go wrong. They overestimate what they can do in a single day, but underestimate what they can do in a single year. They want big changes fast, so they try to study 10 hours in one day, lose 10 kilos in 1 week, build a business in 2 months. And when it doesn't happen instantly, they quit. They say, it's not working. Maybe it's not for me. But here's the truth. Success is not a one-day event. It's a slow build, a daily commitment. Let me share a true story. A man wanted to write a book, but had no time. So he made himself a promise. I'll write just 1 sentence a day. No pressure, just one. Some days he wrote more. Some days only that one line. But he never stopped. 1 year later, his book was finished. Not because he rushed, but because he remained consistent. A drop of water falling every day can break the strongest rock, not because the drop is powerful, but because it never stops falling. You don't need to do everything today. You just need to do something every day. And one day, you'll look back and realize you have built something massive. Success is built in silence, one small step at a time. 7. Consistency turns struggle into strength. Struggles aren't there to stop you. They're there to shape you. But they only shape you if you keep going, not if you run away. Think about the gym. Your first workout hurts. Your muscles are sore. You feel weak. You want to quit. But if you keep showing up, that pain turns into power. That weakness turns into strength. That shaky hand becomes solid muscle. Apply this to everything. Learning, discipline, language, confidence. At first it's uncomfortable. You make mistakes. People may laugh. You feel like a failure. But if you stay consistent, your biggest weakness becomes your greatest weapon. Here's a real example. There was a boy who stammered every time he spoke. People laughed at him. Even his teacher told him to avoid public speaking. But he refused to give up. He practiced in front of the mirror every day. He read books aloud. He recorded his own voice and listened. He joined debate clubs even when people mocked him. That boy grew up to become Eric Thomas, one of the most powerful motivational speakers in the world. What made him unstoppable? Consistency in the face of struggle. Pain is temporary. Quitting makes it permanent. 8. Consistency teaches you to respect time. Time is your greatest resource. But here's the truth. If you don't respect time, time will not respect you. And the best way to respect time? Be consistent with it. Ask yourself, how many hours do you waste scrolling your phone, watching things that add no value, complaining? Overt. Imagine if you used even one of those hours every day to grow, to read, practice, build, or create. In 1 month, you'd be sharper. In 6 months, you'd be unrecognizable. In 1 year, your entire life would look different. Remember this, you have the same 24 hours as everyone else. There was a man who worked at a petrol pump, but dreamed of clearing the UPSC exam and becoming an officer. He worked 12 hours a day. No coaching, no support. So he made a plan. Every night after work, he studied for 2 hours. Every morning, he revised for 30 minutes. No excuses. People laughed at him. Relatives told him it was impossible, but he stayed consistent. 3 years later, he passed, from petrol pump worker to officer. His consistency with time changed his destiny. So ask yourself, how are you spending your time today? Time is not the issue. Your relationship with time is. 9 point. Consistency attracts opportunity. Here's what most people don't realize. Opportunity doesn't just visit those who want it. It visits those who are ready. And the way to be ready, be consistent. There was a young artist who posted one drawing every single day for 3 years. No fame, no followers, no recognition, but he kept going. Then one day, a famous company noticed his work. They loved his art. They offered him a project. That one project changed his entire life. He became a millionaire. He started getting global attention. But it wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It was the result of 3 years of showing up, even when nobody clapped. That's the magic of consistency. You stop chasing opportunities, and opportunities start chasing you. The universe respects effort, and effort given daily becomes a magnet for miracles. 10. The world respects your actions, not your dreams. Everyone talks about their dreams. I want to be rich. I want to change the world. I want to make my parents proud. But here's the hard truth. The world doesn't care what you want. It doesn't care how much pain you felt. It doesn't care how badly you wish for something. The world only respects what you do every single day. It respects the person who wakes up and works, not the person who talks all day and complains at night. There was a boy who dreamed of becoming an athlete. He didn't even have money for shoes, so he ran barefoot on dusty roads. He didn't have a proper diet. He survived on dry bread and salt. He didn't have support. His own father told him, "Stop wasting your time." But every single day, he woke up at 4 a.m. He ran until his legs bled. He ran until his lungs burned. He ran until his muscles screamed for mercy. But he never stopped. 3 years later, he won the national gold medal. Not because of talent, not because of luck, but because of consistent action when no one was watching. People clapped for him then, but they never saw the blood on his feet. This is the truth. You are not rewarded for your pain. You are rewarded for your discipline. So ask yourself every single day, what did I do today that proves I truly want this? 11. Talent is a bonus. Consistency is the superpower. Some people are born with talent. They sing better, run faster, speak clearer. We look at them and say, maybe they were born for it. But here's the truth. Talent without consistency is a wasted gift. And consistency without talent can beat almost anything. There was a girl in a small village who couldn't read English. People laughed when she tried. Her pronunciation was broken. Her confidence was zero. She couldn't even say good morning properly. But she had fire. Every morning she read 1 page aloud. Every evening she practiced 1 new word. Every night she recorded her voice and corrected herself. She wasn't born talented. She wasn't rich. She wasn't supported. But she was consistent. 4 years later, she stood on a TEDx stage, speaking fluent English, sharing her story. People clapped. People cried. Today she teaches English to thousands of students. Why? Because talent gives you a head start, but consistency takes you across the finish line. The world is full of talented failures, but no one can stop a consistent warrior. You want to go viral? You want to be unforgettable? Stop chasing talent. Start sharpening your axe every single day. 12. You cannot cheat time. Time is the ultimate truth teller. You can pretend to work. You can fake progress on social media. You can lie to your parents. You can even lie to yourself for a while. But time will catch you. Because time has one rule. It will reward those who show up, and it will expose those who pretend. You might not see it in a week, or even in a month, but in 6 months, 1 year, the results will speak louder than your words ever could. There was a man who wanted.
He made 3 videos, got 10 views, stopped. Another man made 1 video every day for 365 days straight. Bad lighting, bad audio. No one watched for the first 6 months. But he kept going. Today, that second man has over 5 million subscribers. And the first man, still stuck at 0. Consistency isn't about immediate results. It's about building proof that you are serious. Time sees your effort even when no one else does. So the real question is not, will I succeed? The real question is, will I still show up when no one is clapping? Because that's when time is testing you. And if you pass that test, no one can stop what's coming. 13. Consistency breaks generational curses. This one is deep. This one is for those who say, my family has always been poor. No one in my family speaks English. We always struggled. We always failed. Listen to me carefully. You are not responsible for the pain your family gave you.
But you are responsible for not passing it on.
You can end the suffering.
You can change the story, but not by crying,
not by blaming,
only through consistent effort. There was a boy in a slum. His father was a drunk. His mother was a maid. He grew up in a one-room house with no light. People said he'd end up the same. But every night, when the world slept, he read books under a street lamp. He studied on an empty stomach. He walked 5 kilometers to a free coaching center every single day, even when it rained, even when he was sick. Today, that boy is an IAS officer. He changed the direction of his entire family. His children will live a different life because one man decided to be consistent enough to fight fate. You don't break curses by wishing. You break them by working, daily, silently, ruthlessly. Consistency is how you tell the universe, this pain ends with me and greatness begins with me. 14. Build habits or stay a slave to emotion. Emotion is the biggest liar you will ever meet. It whispers, you're tired, don't do it today. You're sad, skip it. You're not in the mood, do it tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week turns into next month. And then one day you say, I used to be so consistent. The only way to break free from this trap is to build habits so strong that they work even when you don't feel like it. There was a woman who wanted to get fit. She started waking up at 6 a.m., going for walks, drinking water, eating healthy. Then one day she felt low, she skipped. Then came laziness, then cravings, then guilt. Within 2 weeks, she was back to 0. So she started again, but this time she made it foolproof. She put her shoes next to her bed. She laid out her clothes the night before. She made a even if I feel dead, I will walk for 2 minutes.
She trained her brain to act without thinking, and that's when everything changed. Today she runs marathons. She teaches fitness to others. Her body changed. Her mindset changed. Her life changed because she built habits that didn't care about feelings. If you only act when you feel like it, you will never reach anywhere. But if you act consistently, your feelings will eventually adjust to your actions. 15. Laziness is a silent transaction. Every day you choose laziness over action, you are making a trade. You are trading your potential for temporary comfort. You are exchanging your future for 5 more minutes in bed. You are selling your dreams, your goals, your self-respect just to scroll meaningless notifications. And the worst part, this trade doesn't happen loudly.
It happens quietly, silently, painfully. You don't wake up one day and see your life ruined. It happens slowly. Your body decays quietly. Your mind weakens softly. Your spirit dies silently. There was a man who wanted to start a business. Every day he told himself, "Not today. I'm not ready. I need more time. I'll start next month." Years passed. One day he saw his best friend, who had started a business with no money, no support, just courage, become a millionaire. And that moment shattered him, because he realized success wasn't stolen from him. He gave it away, one lazy day at a time. They say time heals everything, but that's not true. Time only reveals the truth. Every delayed plan, every "I'll do it later," is not just a delay. It's a quiet sacrifice of your future. The question isn't, are my dreams possible? The question is, am I willing to pay the price my laziness is demanding from me right now? Because whether you act or not, you're always paying a price. So ask yourself, is what you're doing today worth the future you're trading for it? No one is coming to save you. You are the rescue team. This is going to sting, but it's the truth. We grow up thinking someone will come, a mentor, a rich friend, a miracle. We wait and wait, but no one comes. Not because they don't care, but because they are busy saving themselves. The world is a battlefield. Everyone is fighting their own wars, their own depression, their own doubts. And the day you finally understand this, you stop waiting and start building. There was a girl stuck in a toxic re. She kept waiting for someone to help her, to pull her out. No one came. One night, after crying herself to sleep again, she looked in the mirror and said, "No one's coming, so I will save me." She left, broke, homeless, alone, but free. She worked at a bakery, learned design online, started a store. Today she owns a 10 crore brand. When asked how she did it, she said one line: "I stopped waiting and I started building." You are not weak. You are not broken. You are just waiting too long. Stand up. The rescue mission has one name on it: yours. The pain you avoid today becomes the regret you carry forever. Growth is painful. Discipline is painful. Sacrifice is painful. But regret is unbearable. Skip the pain of waking up early today, and you'll feel the pain of a wasted life tomorrow. Avoid the pain of learning today, and you'll feel the pain of poverty later. Avoid the pain of rejection now, and you'll feel the pain of loneliness later. There was a boy who said, "Life is short, let me have fun." 15 years later, his parents were old. He had no career, no respect, no money. He saw an old classmate on stage, speaking about success, traveling the world, taking care of his parents, and he broke down. Not because the other man was lucky, but because he realized he had the same chance. He just chose comfort over pain. And now he was married to regret. Pain will come. You either face it today through hard work or tomorrow through regret. Either way, you will feel pain. So make it worth something. Every second you waste is a second someone else is using to beat you. Time is not your friend. It's a ticking bomb. Right now, somewhere in a slum, a boy is running barefoot at 5 a.m. He's practicing English under a street lamp, recording himself, working on his dream. He doesn't have your comfort, your phone, your excuses. But he will beat you because he is turning every second into a stepping stone. Time isn't just passing. It's preparing someone else to take what could have been yours. So rise now or watch them pass you forever. You cannot be the same person and expect a different life. You can't have a 2.0 life with a 1.0 mindset. You can't have success with the same habits, the same friends, the same routine. Upgrade yourself. Cut out the noise. Read, grow, change. Within a year, your job, your health, your circle, your entire life can transform, but only if you transform first. And finally, when you die, they won't talk about what you dreamed, only what you did.
Your plans, your wishes, your potential, they die with you. There was a man who kept saying, "One day I'll write a book." He died with those words still in his mouth. But there was a woman who wanted to teach girls in rural villages. She didn't wait. She started. One girl, one book at a time. When she died, thousands cried. They built a school in her name.
You don't have to be the smartest, fastest, or most talented. You just have to show up every single day. Consistency isn't hard, it just takes heart. No more waiting, no more excuses. Your future is watching you right now. Make it proud.